Okay, I think we're online. So, when we last left off, we entered the Giant's Maze. So, was it Giant's Maze? I think it was Giant's Maze. So, let's conquer my fear of mazes. It's not actually fear, it's just like, I just dislike them. And let's play the Battle for Wesnoth again. For about 2 hours today. And hopefully we get stuff done. Okay, there we go. We need to get Sion to the Path of Stars and defeat the enemy leader. The southern end of the map. Is that all connected? Yes, so we probably want to have that over there. Okay, I think I'll start off with those some scouts. Some Elvish riders. And let's put out that scout, it's almost leveled up. That one as well. Let's get another scout, and then we'll just throw in the experienced troops from last round. Hero and captain. That fighter because he's almost there. Okay, now I would hope we'd get some more healing units. I would absolutely love to get some more shamans, but I don't think it'll be happening. Okay, can we get here? Not quite. You. No, you. You also can't get there. Okay, enemy unit? What the hell is that? A steppe warrior. Okay, steppe orc soldiers. That's great. Okay, so we'll be fighting orcs again. That means we're probably going to lose a lot of units. Put that guy there. I don't think we can just ask them to let us pass, right? Because we never can. Right now it doesn't look too maze-like, it just... I mean, all the paths seem to still converge somewhere, but I'd still like to at least get one more units out. Can't recruit, so we'll just... we can't recall, so let's just recruit another. Let's go with the fighter, because I believe we go through those at a much faster pace. Okay. These two can still move. I'll put the princes over there, and we'll grab that village. Okay. So, how was your week? Oh, I can move quite far. It did not seem to go too well for him, though. Okay, so we'll take that village and we'll see where the next fortress is. Or the next keep. Next keep with stuff around it, that is. Or with recruiting fields. Let's grab that. We can level up our Alindra here. What is that thing? It smells horrible. It is an orc. I did warn you. You are right, Galamir. They are much worse than goblins. And more dangerous. Maybe. But I bet they're just the same. Okay, and Alindra has leveled up. She is now an Alindra level 3. she got? Cures, heals, great heal. I think she got an extra attack here. Let's just check that quickly. Unit description, I mean, we have time. It also seems the stream is going yellow again, health-wise. So, 4-3, 4-4, 4-4, 7-4. From 4-2, 4-3, 7-3. Yeah, we got an attack. And to me the stream seems actually okay, so I'm not sure why YouTube is saying yellow stream health. Where did Sion go? Oh, here. Question is, how far ahead can I move? Go here. It's totally not nicked from the Lord of the Rings music. It does sound a bit like it has been just grabbed from some Lord of the Rings movie. Oh damn, there's nothing there. Princess does not have leadership. Okay. Kinda sucks. Shield bearer. Huh. Okay, so these guys only have a shield, which is interesting. Actually, that was a an actual military tactic back in like biblical days. At least people believe that because there's several parts of the Bible speak of this person and his shield bearer, so they believe it was like a thing that people, especially rulers, would have their personal shield bearers who would go around and basically defend them. Okay. I could try to get this guy. Let's actually start off here. We have the step shield bearer here. Will not be able to find me in ranged combat. So we could go in with the wisp. Let's do that. It won't be a kill, which is fine. Because that leaves this unit very, very vulnerable. Not vulnerable enough for this fine young elf here, but we could just go in with the scout. Actually, no, let's not do that. Let's try this. Oh boy, he has a lot of health. Okay, he still survived that. It's kind of a bummer. Guess I'll have to move that guy. Then we'll do it a bit risky. We can take those 11 damage. We can handle it. Now we'll have to use Elvish Captain. Okay, I think it might be a good idea to pull Sion back and replace him with something that can handle more attacks, that has more health. Alternatively, I can put Galomir in here. That seems like a risky tactic. This might get him killed. It did not. Great. Did not get him killed. Move Sion over there. Put our druid in here. And then I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. Yeah, that was a poor move. I'll have to try to distract them with Scout over there, or the Rider over there. move these guys up. And judging from what the game threw at us so far, I would also not be surprised if there were, like, I don't know, beasts coming from those chasms here. Okay, this enemy is going to prove a bit more difficult than I had hoped. Also, I had hoped we could wipe out this shield bearer there. So right now I can only hope that this druid will make it, and it seems like she will. They have shamans or ice wind herders. Funny side note, I would actually like to play those orcs. I would actually like to play those orc units now. They have a crapload of attacks. Seriously. Okay, first off we want you to level up. Or to almost level up. That's close enough. Okay, the wisp needs to go back. So does this fellow here. Oh wow, there's no tale about the creation of the Icewind Order. A gang of children were fishing when a very young female, hooking something bigger than she could land, was dragged into the sub-zero waters. She did not reappear. 2 days later, by which time the tribe had nearly forgotten the loss, a century witnessed an unnerving spectacle. The very same girl, delirious with exhaustion and deathly pale, was spotted dragging herself from the pond. After the incident, the girl, whose name is a closely guarded secret, was never the same. The tribespeople told stories of seeing her freeze a bear solid, simply by looking at it. Others claimed that she went out by night to converse with unseen things that moved in the water. Nobody dared approach her about these rumors, lest they prove to be true. She became the founder of the Icewind Order. Every year she would select children from the tribe to train. Whatever she taught them, it granted them a mysterious influence over the influence of their habitat. The herders themselves described this influence as union. Within her lifetime, the order became an accepted part of the clan. The child refused outright to reveal what had happened in the frozen pool, and when she died many years later, the secret died with her. Okay, so apparently these people know a lot about ice. Great. I mean, this place doesn't look too frozen to me, so I would consider it a bit of a strange decision to make, but it's fine, it works. As long as it gets some interesting units, I'm happy with it. Okay, I think the sharpshooter can handle at least one attacker. Kill it! Kill it! I think we'll go with a hero here. We have plenty of leadership already, in my opinion. Okay. Let's have a Lindra move first. Should we really do that? Oh, I wish we could actually shoot over those chasms. But then again, if ranged units were that good, it would be vastly overpowered. Any good ranged unit here? Oh, the RNG is not a friend again. Should not forget about this scout. We'll try to put him there. So yeah, right now the maze does not seem to be that bad. I suppose here's where their leader is at. So that's where the troops are coming from. We'll try to fortify this bit a bit more. And I think we'll leave this scout over there for now. I would actually like to have... Oh well, we'll leave the Great Wisp over there for now. next time we'll have to move. I think that's the best idea we can come up with here. Although since I don't know those units, and I'm also generally doing a terrible job at that, I'm having a hard time judging how far they can move. I mean, I could just check them like this and could see how far they can go, and see that they can reach everybody, which may pose a problem for Lithiel here, because she's kinda weak. Ah, damn it. Yeah. You don't have to drag it out, man. Okay, let's go back to that turn. I don't think we did too much wrong. We just messed up that one orc there. That's like the difficult part about this scenario, about this this level, is that you have so little space. So every unit with a control zone, which is pretty much every unit here, will be able to mess you up quite badly. Let's get you out of there. Although we could also try to... Actually, you're close to leveling up. So if we move you there... Okay, that did not go as planned. That did totally not go as planned. That will go as planned, hopefully, though. Okay, now... what to do next? I'm really not happy with this formation over there. So I think I'll put Lithiel over there, because that means we should at least be able to protect a bit better. Okay, I didn't do a good job at that at all before, so every bit better helps. That was marksmanship. Everybody, marksmanship. A skill that supposedly gives you a 60% hit chance. Supposedly. Let's at least block this guy. Yeah, those control zones here. They really mess me up there. There's nothing I can do about them right now. We do not have any skirmisher units, which can ignore those. I mean, we have the Wisp, which I suppose I should probably use more here. Out of that, we have to go around that, which is putting us at a bit of a disadvantage because our units are a bit more brittle. That's a shame we lost that that Elven Ranger. I mean, on the other hand, we can do the same thing with our control zone. Sion, should it not be down by now? It should, and yet the night goes on. The stone is gone from Amaranthine. The light is starting to fade from the world, just like in Alindra's dream. I can scarce believe it, yet the evidence is here before us. I didn't think it would start happening so soon. This is bad, very bad. It means we're running out of time. Also, hello, second viewer there. So, we are running out of time. Not quite literally, we still have 22 more turns, and I forgot that scout over there, as I do every time. Can't move him there, though, sadly. Let's kill that, heal that. Anyone close to leveling? suppose that will do. That should level up this druid. Now we have our own elven shide. I think we'll have to withdraw the sharpshooter for now. And we'll have to get Lithiel somewhere else. Also appears I have lost this archer, which is a shame. Okay, how are those guys doing against Bink? Let's just check that. Minus 40% against the Great Wisp. Okay, that is reassuring at least. So we could actually put the Wisp... Actually, we'll wait with the Wisp, because Wisp can move very far. Ooh, that's a Berserk attack. Berserk is something we have not seen so far. At least not in this campaign. I think some dwarves have it. Berserk is rather annoying, and I think it actually does not trigger upon defense. Oh no, it actually does trigger upon defense. I think it was made not trigger on defense in some earlier version, and now it's apparently back there. So yeah, Berserk means the unit will fight until the battle is over. So either 30 turns, which I think that was definitely a patch later on, or until death, which was a bit annoying when you had a unit that was very, very resistant against whatever your Berserker did. I think against Ghosts, for example, that was the absolute pits, because Ghosts would just take almost no damage, so the battle would drag on and on and on and on. It was the worst. Let's just use a firebow there. Okay. All the options here. Where is here, Garlemir. I think it might be a good idea to put him in there. The arcane bow, which did not seem to hit that well. Well, that's fine. That is actually fine. At least one of them hit. Now, let's keep the Wisp. Okay, Sion has leadership, so if we put somebody here, we'll benefit from that. And I'll try to do it with the bow. Great. At least those hit as well. Let's not expose the princess this time. Let's just not. Okay, that was fairly unimpressive. I will not bother putting anyone else in here. We'll just put the... put these like so. We can get around here. It's more experience, so we'll take that. And I intentionally left the scouts on those villages here. So this guy will come to us. He will probably get us. Steppe Savage. Unlike humans or elves, most orcs find a barbaric thrill in the chaos and blood of battle. Some so much that the experience pushes their psyche. Unstable and violent at the best of times, and dangerously close to the brink. Teetering on the fine edge between sanity and the burning instinct, they are feared nearly as much by their comrades as by their enemies. Hurling themselves bodily into the fray, they attack enemies solely with their fists and teeth. Savages cease to use armor at all, allowing them greater speed and ease of movement, but sacrificing the protection it gives. Few have been known to survive beyond early adulthood. Did they actually have a leveled up unit? No. So I didn't even give him that. I know the Dwarven Wolf Circus, I think they're Wolf Circus, actually have a second level, which is pretty savage. I was actually hoping for that to turn out a bit different. What are you? Bladesman. They have a lot of different units, I like that. They also seem to be jumping from 1 to 2 years every now and then. That guy's level 2, so we could actually... Now we'll still go with the range attack. Very well done. Now about this Berserker, I don't like him there at all. Can I see how much... not that. Status table. Oh, there are 2-step orcs. So we're not even done with the first one. There is a second one. Just what I needed. Put you there. Okay, so ideally we'd want to have to move this guy forward. 60 to 70% hit chance, everybody. I can only reiterate that. This is what 70% hit chance look like in Battle for Wesnoth. Oh, you can actually hover over those. That's great. Opens up a whole lot of possibilities. Also do that. Why didn't anyone tell me that? And snare. Okay, there is the step skewer, which I suppose is a very apt description of what he does. What are our chances to... I don't like the odds there. Just have to go with weakening them. Okay, he has 1 health point left. 1. Can we get this? We have a 40% chance, so it is unlikely for him to survive that. And he did, in fact, die. Great. So now put that there. I guess we'll have Sion help out over there. Use that to protect our our last druid. Yikes, that hurt. Sion, what are you good at? This guy has a range attack. I was hoping he didn't. So Alindra could bag him actually. Will she do it? Come on, one more. Yes, wonderful. You can teach Sion how to aim while you're there. Look at that. A wonderful, wonderful Wisp has regained his health. And there it is, it's daytime now. Kinda hesitant to put him right into the fray over there. I may have to. That guy's not a skirmisher, so he can't reach the Wisp just yet. I keep forgetting the name, it's just Link or something. I keep forgetting the name of the Wisp. Okay. We didn't lose the... yeah, we didn't lose the higher level one. You can heal a bit, so... there. I suppose there's another batch of orcs there, so not happy about that. Okay, I guess you start moving as well. Put you there. I mean, it actually gains more health from that than from standing in the village. Although right now it should actually be the same amount. Okay, he has one more attack. That sucked. Is that the second batch of them? No, I think that's the same color. Okay, blink. Very good. Very, very good. Well done, Blink. Now, you grab that village. Guess we'll put them this way. Okay, so we won't have the money to actually recruit anything here, which mildly sucks. But we will be able to make more money very soon. We also can't really surround the enemy there. How horrible is that? We can't surround him as well as I would have hoped we can. Of course his one attack actually hits. As if we needed that. You will take that flank. Actually, no, you'll take the other one. Take this one. So that will allow us to do a bunch more harm to him. Because we can have a Lindra here, which means you can heal from here and we'll attack the enemy from there. And I hope they don't have those bridges like collapse on death of the leader. Kinda suck to do that. Yeah, we lost a few units here. A few pretty good ones at that. Boy. You grab that. I'm not worried with getting the heroes the maximum amount of experience they could get. So we could just have it the other way around and have like one of those guys do the weakening and then done the kill with another unit. Screw it. I mean, the heroes will get plenty of chances to kill stuff, so it's not that dire to get them experience. Okay, we just want more villagers here. Go there for now. This guy could move. I would like him to move a lot. I was expecting like a kraken or tentacle beast or something from this pond. It would not be beyond the game to do that. I mean, we don't have to defeat those leaders, but it probably will turn out to be a good idea to do it. Should also be a gold bonus in it for us, so we can at least replenish some of the units we lost. At least that's what I'm hoping. We will probably see the next enemy soon. Oh. Khan, what them? Cannot know. Cannot care. Can't crush. Can't kill. Oh, crap. There are more. Many more. It is a small matter. It shall take more than these wretched creatures to stop us. It's not that much of a small matter. It's quite a lot of them. Didn't you see that, mate? Okay, this guy's level 3, unsurprisingly. Level 3. Level 2, level 1. Well, at least that's something. Also, only these bearheads have flails. Ooh, Shaman Icewind the Master. Masters are a rare thing indeed, especially in a race with little aptitude for magic. 15-4 is not a little aptitude, my friend. That's a lot of damage. There is almost never more than one in each generation, and as often as not, no masters will emerge at all for decades. Those that do reach this pinnacle of their order are often reclusive nature, as their power separates them from the clan. However, the same traits that bring about their isolation also bring about the greatest fear and respect from their lesser brethren. Okay, what does it have to say about the Khan? Steppe chieftains are entitled Khans, serving as both statesmen and generals. They have discovered the advantages of leading from behind, urging their fellows on before them. Before a battle, it is customary for them to mingle with the soldiers, goading them on with threats, promises, insults, or just primal bellows. Anything to spur them into a towering rage. Nearly everyone who has fought the orcs on the steppe has spoken of the unnerving roars of the orcish leaders. Despite this, Khans are more than ready to enter the fray against any especially audacious enemy that seeks to challenge them. Often, while retaining their flail, they focus on using the axe as they are considered too valuable an asset to risk in daredevil charges. Okay, we're still... I suppose we want to hit this one with bows and spells. Copious amounts of those. Firebow that one. Don't go in melee there. That will definitely go wrong. Slowly grab those villagers. And we're about the halfway mark into this scenario. We still have plenty of time to go. Just saying we are at turn 11 out of 28. Also, excuse me for a moment. Sorry about that. Just had to mute my microphone for a bit. Had to blow my nose. It's really cold in my apartment right now. I don't know why. I actually have the heating running. I have got myself a blanket. And I'm wearing a relatively thick pullover and it's still cold. It's the absolute worst. But at least my thesis is progressing nicely. I will actually wrap it up after the stream, so everything will be sorted by then. Or most of it. Actually, one of my supervisors demanded, well, not demanded, but he said I should probably have a look at my references again. And if your supervisor says that, it means you should have a look at those again. Also, we can't sneak past here. So I'll have to do that. That was actually okay. I was hoping we could get them, we could draw them out one by one. We should still have, yeah, we can actually deal with one more of those attacks before we have to withdraw the unit. We'll just hit him. We'll just hit him. And I'll not read every unit description there. You can do that on your own if you want. Just, damn it, I didn't want to do that. But it worked. Woohoo, 30 gold. We are so filthy rich. Can't see on, he can't move past that. I should have moved the guy there away. Let's see if we can kill this. It was not necessary. I would have also been happy with not a kill, because this unit did not need the experience, but it's fine either way. We'll have to roll with it now. And getting rid of a unit is never really a bad thing. With certain exceptions. There are some border scenarios when you really need a weak unit there rather than a strong unit that will replace it. Okay, move on. Okay, we want to be careful with those. The plan right now is to find a spot where we can only fight them one-on-one or even two-on-one. So for example, this would be a nice choke point. Better would be this one here, because then we'd have a bit of an advantage. So let's do that. Put the sharpshooter there. Put him there. Lindra could use some healing, so we'll probably move this person over next. Okay, Galomir. Can finish that off. Okay, now we'll just recruit. I think we'll go with archers now. Oh, with one archer. We'll get another one next round and then we'll move on. Many units can use that. So we'll not take this village here. We'll probably try to choke them over here. Where's my wisp? Oh, this guy can move far. This guy can move very far. On the right side, Blink can just leg it if he wants to. Or if he has to, rather. Which might happen very soon. Okay, I'm afraid this guy will probably leave. So we will not get that kill. Are those both riders? Yes, great. Totally didn't know we had two of those. Yikes. Could we perhaps not do that too often? You show him, Blink. I'm hoping he doesn't have too much money. Let's check that quickly. Status table. He has a... Oh no, he has a... Okay, so that's the one we defeated. And this is the Khan of the Orcs. So he has minus 26 gold. Which does work in our favor. Because it means we can actually retreat. Yeah, just hit him in ranged combat. Might be the best choice here. We'll have to heal Elithia first. Actually, screw that. We'll have to actually save her. We'll have to save her useless ass. Dang, I totally forgot. Oh no, we can do this. Provided this guy actually survives all the attacks of this fellow here and this guy there. What really worries me are those shamans. I don't think they'll have the same horrible odds of hitting as we do. Okay, that was a kill. Very nicely done. You melee this guy into the ground. Come on, hit him! Oh, did this guy move at all? Don't think he did. hopefully this one can reach us. The step warrior there. You kill that. Wonderful. We need another archer. And then we'll need Sion down here. Okay, any more units we can move? It would not appear so. We do control much of the map. That's actually a very good outcome. And this is one of the cases where we don't want this guy to die. Or we actually didn't want this guy to die either. Because that basically stops another unit from getting there and getting another like 4 attacks off. Okay, I think we'll have to get this ready. This might be a better idea. Again, 60% hit chance. I would strongly disagree, Battle for Wesnoth. Oh, those odds. Those odds. So great. So great. Wow, these guys do know how to handle their staves. Can we slow him down? Okay. It's kind of strange they don't get the first attack with the spear. Most other units do. Although I'm not complaining. I gotta say, I'm not complaining. We're having a hard enough time as it is. I suppose we will lose this elfish captain here. Chances of that are very high, and I think I've got Blink. Yeah, that was to be expected. That was a dodgy move. And again, it would appear that both sides did not get as many hits as statistics would suggest. Can I save this guy? We could just replace him, which seems like a smart move. So we'll switch him out. That. It worked. Let's not do that. You there. Do it. Okay. Sion cannot move in there. Alright, because of control zones. 15 damage is heavy. That's serious. That went well. Link, do the thing. He can be reached by the step Massive, which hopefully won't get a kill. Okay. Hey, these guys have dumped their hatchets for massive battle axes. That's so much better for us. think that's all we should move this time. Actually, how far can you go? But we have this guy, so I probably should not expose any weaker units to that. Okay, I think that's all we need to do. I did not expect him to do that. I was expecting him to move over, actually. Okay, we'll have to save Blink. We'll have to save him. Because he will take how much damage? 11. And knowing my luck, he'll probably eat 3 hits next time. So we'll not do that. We'll pull him out. That pretty much does it. We only need him to be 1 tile out of range. Not this one. Sometimes I keep messing this up, and I think this is their attack range. But no, this is just their movement range. So you have to keep in mind that they can attack the tiles that are one row out of that. And I don't even want to know how many times I've messed it up. Not just on camera, also off camera quite a lot. Perfect. Can you get 3 hits? You can. I am very, very pleased with that. Okay, let's put Galumir in here. Captain over there. We actually need another front line here. I just noticed that. We need another front line here. And we'll also have to split up here to get this... actually, we don't have to get the step massive. Also, couldn't we just ask those orcs to be granted passage? Just saying. We never asked them. We never really tried to negotiate with them. Okay, they didn't seem to be that into negotiating, but still. Could have been worth a shot, you know. Okay, how far can you go? Try to bait him over here. Want to have this one there. And those two, yeah, just take that. Okay, I think that's all we need to do. Good. So 17-3. I'm not sure if I could bait him one time further. Let's try that quickly. Okay, so now he would be... Yeah, I like that. I would actually prefer that, because that means we can hit him with 3 units. That may turn out to be just what we need. Okay. Also, Gollum is getting close to level 4. Could we get you out there? Let's say you move there. How far can you go? You can go there. So if we put this guy there, Lindra in the village. Do I want to try baiting another one? I think I do. So put that one there. Maybe he falls for it. I don't know. Go there. Okay, he does fall for it. Now let's hope I didn't make a mistake there. I made a mistake there. So he did not quite fall for it as much as I had hoped. Which is a shame, because that cost me the level 3 unit. Also, this is why I like leaders so much. This unit goes from 5-4 to 9-4, which is... Look at that, that's, okay, 6-4 to 9-4. And that's actually worth putting this unit into the water as well. I'd usually not try that, but since we got such a massive damage boost there, it was probably worth it. We might still get killed though, which is unfortunate. And of course Blink can't move as far as I would like him to. But as long as we don't lose another shaman, I think most of the losses here are recoupable. There's nothing else there, so we can actually put a Lindra in there. Get these guys healed. You can go there. Actually, plug that. That's all. I expect them to wipe this one out, because they had very, very weak defenses. But yep, the game and my expectations. Not necessarily the same worlds. Okay, you come here, please. Here. Okay. Yeah, that got us well on the way to a new sharpshooter. Do I want to risk the 10-2? I do. That wasn't as bad. We could actually kill him there. We could also lose a Lindra, Lithiel, so let's not do that. That's just as dangerous. No, don't do that. That's a bit too close for comfort. Yeah, we'd get focused there. Pretty badly, in fact. We kind of have to do something here. Actually, that won't kill her, so... Yeah, nobody else can reach her there. Okay, what can go there? Not too much, so we'll go there. We should prompt this, hopefully prompt this Frost Master to come out. Can. Let's do that. Let's not hit anything, but we can at least do that. Okay, So, yeah, we're going the famous salami strategy and cutting off the enemy troops one by one. This may actually be a poor idea, so let's go in with Sion himself. Healing that. Actually, you could go there. You retreat, and you start off the attack. That was good. Yeah, that won't do too much. We'll just try to milk that for experience, essentially. And we'll kill. Getting Alithia up to speed. Can we risk another one here? I think we can actually try to lure the Khan out there. How far? Up to this field. Okay, this is kind of risky. That was great. I'm not sure how much money the Khan actually has. He should not actually have an income, so we do have a good shot at him soon. Something I kind of dislike is when the scenario description kind of hints that you can, or that you don't have to necessarily beat every opponent, but this one is pretty much inevitable. You can't go past this guy without having to fight him, unless you want to allow him to wail at you all the time, which you probably shouldn't want to, because it bloody hurts. I mean, look at this, look at those attacks, that's a lot. What to do? Since it sadly does not appear like the Khan is too willing to face us, for probably obvious reasons, we'll just have to poke him a bit. I'm hesitant to do that. And hope the game won't collapse those bridges under me. I've had that in, I think, one or two scenarios when there would be random, or not random, but when bits of the landscape would suddenly collapse and it would kill your units. And of course, in that one moment, I had one of the story relevant units there, so loyals that were not allowed to die. Wow, nice. And I'm a bit surprised he doesn't seem to be willing to fight. Okay, we have pretty high defenses here, but still. He could have had a jump on this guy, and that would have actually been, I think it would have been likely to have killed him. Go too risky here. Put this one there. Just for the better healing. Indra, can you go there? I don't know, we should have everybody in some form, in some sort of shape to get healed. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. We might want to pull out Sion. That did not go very well for young Sion. Woohoo, 40 gold. And next turn we can actually... can go here. There we go. We made it. These odds are strong, but none too bright. As a rule, yes. Although there are many orc tribes, some worse than others. Galamir, why is this called the Path of Stars? This path will take us deep into the mountains, to the Vale of the Sky. And at its zenith, the sky shall be filled with stars such as you have never seen. Even more than at Amaranthine? Even more. It sounds wonderful. I've had enough of fighting in darkness. I want to see something beautiful again. I agree. Long has been the journey, and darkness has plagued our every step. Then let us be off. Let us be off indeed. Also, let my microphone be off for a moment. Come on, you damn... I apologize, I'm afraid I'm getting a cold again. And the scenario. And next one, we are 1 hour in, so we're making a steady progress here. That looks ruined. Also, Y6A. A dead end. Galamir, what lies before us? Long ago, these mountains were settled by humans. They were ruled by the mountain kings of old. What we shall find here now, I do not know. It has been many years since I've travelled this path. Whatever we find, I'm sure it'll be a relief after the smelly orcs. Let us hope so. This path wends deep into the mountain, ever and ever higher. The way is twisting and narrow, but if we keep to it, we should reach the Vale of the Sky soon enough. From there, it is but 12 days to Karesh and Kar. We are so close after so long. And through much travail, come, let us set off. I would reach the Drakelands as soon as possible. Okay, so... Keep of the Woodfall. It was at the south end of the map. Where else would it be? Ooh, that looks nice. I think that may very well be a point where we want to explore. Okay, so this is the Wooden Fall. Yeah, I don't trust this one bit. I just don't. I have a feeling this will be either filled with monsters or undead. And I won't like any of those options, so let's just get on with it. We will recruit our standard units from the last scenario, especially the scouts. I might want to have one more of those. And this is something I like about the campaigns, where you basically... oh, can't recall... okay. You basically have your standard contingent of troops, and you keep strengthening those, you keep using those guys, and they keep getting better, and you keep getting more use of them. I mean, in some campaigns I even remember the names of units, and I think, funnily enough, I think the Heir to the Throne was one of those campaigns that just picked a random, like, seemingly random fighter, and gave him the loyal trait, and he would actually talk to you. At least I believe it was just a nondescript fighter. And by the end, you'd actually remember his name, which is, I suppose, what every good general should do. But I mean, in most cases, especially with the elves, I mean, look at their names; those aren't too bad. Might be a new version here, but back when I first played Battle for Wesnoth, the elves had horrible to pronounce names. As in, I'm not sure how anyone with more humans, not just humans, Yond, brigands. They will not likely let us pass without a fight. Hail, travelers! If you come through this way, tell me, where are you bound? Our destination is our own. Suffice to say we are on an errand of dire import and must not be delayed. We have no quarrel with you, mortal. Stand aside and let us pass. Aye, and you're a queer-looking lot. No mistake about it. But no matter. Them as wants to pass pays the toll, or they doesn't pass at all. If you takes me meaning. The toll? Sure enough, 100 gold for you and that rebel you got in town. Pay and you may pass in peace with our blessing. Pay not and you'll suffer, and we'll not suffer you in our lands. If you're in a rush, now would not be the time to be adopting a miserly outlook. In my own humble opinion, I'd say it is worthwhile to them, as in a hurry to just pay up and be on their way. Can say without trouble, and trouble means delay. We actually have the money, but I do want to figure out what's in this this forest bit. So I kinda don't want to pay that. Actually, we'll pay that now. Our mission is far more important than mere gold. We shall pay. Wise choice, stranger. Okay, so we still have to move there, which I believe is actually good. I mean, it's only a matter of time until we find out what else is dangerous in this place, and I'm quite sure there is something dangerous going afoot here. Are things going afoot? Or are they just afoot? And move and move and move. Let's get... Can't afford another archer and one more fighter, so let's do that. And then we'll be on our merry way. Also, I had a... I recently thought about old games I could play again, and one of those things that came to mind was actually Warlord's Battlecry 3, which I hear has received a rather unpopular patch with the undead lately, but I think it was a greatly underrated game, because it had so much to offer, so many fun things, and what I really liked was the kind of race system it had, or the difficulty system, where you could pretty much pick, with some exceptions, like in certain cases, you could unlock pretty much any race in the game. So like you could play with the lizard people, you could play with the humans, you could play barbarians, but you had to do like certain quests for them in order to have them to gain their trust. And once you had that, you could pick them every mission you wanted. But each time you did, the game got more difficult. So yeah, that was a thing I really liked, because it meant you could do whatever you want, and the better you got with the race, the less you were bothered by that. And if a scenario was really difficult for you, you could just try to basically do it with another faction. Orcs! I was hoping that after the brigands, this part of our journey at least might be nice. I hate orcs. They ruin everything. We must still get by them. These orcs are of a different tribe than those we faced at the Giant's Maze. Yeah, we wiped that tribe out. They are not as strong. They are still dangerous, and be wary. Where was I? Right. Warlord's Battlecry 3. Great game. And yeah, a lot of fun concepts. Some of them were not executed as well as one would hope. as well as they could have been, but it was in a game that I had a great amount of fun with. Although at the end your hero did get a bit overpowered. There were a few, I'm gonna say, items of questionable power. And by question I mean unbalanced. One of my favorites was actually a cloak that required you to kill a lot of griffins, which was a bit difficult in its own. But that would give you like 25 times attack speed, which is just obscene. And I remember I had a hero that was an assassin class, so that the hero would have a certain chance of insta killing an enemy and giving you 100 gold in the process. And that was just ridiculous because I mean it's 100 gold, and you could just have this hero move him into an enemy army, and he would just wipe out, because of course if you have 20 times the attack speed, 25 times the attack speed, you have a lot more chances for this insta kill chance to hit and to trigger. So he could go in and wipe out entire armies, and he would come out with his hands full of gold. It was great. You would still have to be careful at some instances, like when you had an enemy hero, but once the enemy hero was down, because he was always your level, so the game would be at least somewhat fair. But yeah, once you got the enemy hero down, you were done. There was nothing else to do, and you could just have your hero go in and mop up everything else. Also, something else I suppose I wanted to address this time was a topic that's all over the place nowadays. The wonderful debacle of Star Wars Battlefront. I don't have much to say about the entire thing itself, but what I do find interesting is how people, or especially how EA treats this entire loot boxes onto gambling aspect. Because they say, yeah, you can't lose any, or you do get something every time you buy a loot box, so it's not gambling. And I think that's a very poor definition of what qualifies as gambling. Let's not do that. Actually, we can afford that. Yeah, we can lure him out. Because, I mean, in gambling, at least, if you lose something, you have I believe you have a much better chance of having this realization that okay, I've spent a lot of money here, and I did not actually win anything. But with those boxes, you get something every time. So this. I think you lose this feeling of loss, which is kind of ironic. But yeah, you lose track of how much money you spend, and you get it's hard to get a feeling for your win-loss ratio, essentially. Because according to the game, everything is kind of a win. You do win things, you do get things out of the box. So yeah, you're not losing, and I think that's insidious in itself. Let's actually go here for a moment. That's a shame. I was hoping something would happen there. I was kind of hoping something would happen there. I think it was a good idea to actually bribe those brigands off. Because look at how slow we are moving. Elves are not good in the mountains. Oh yeah, also I wasn't done with my point on gambling there. And also, something I would like to point out is the definition of gambling. Just because you say it's not gambling does not mean it's going to be not gambling forever. That's the very point of those legal definitions, is that they can change. They can be adapted. If something particularly fishy comes around, then the lawgiver of your choice can actually go and say, yeah, you know what, this is gambling now. This is illegal now. Or this needs to be regulated now. And I sometimes get the feeling that people actually kind of bank on that now. They try to get as many get in as or get out as much money as possible while it's still fully legal to do it. Because I believe, or at least I remember something lately from my lectures on law. Well, not my lectures, but the lectures I attended to regarding public law and government stuff, like stuff the government can do to you and what they can't do. And there's a whole lot of laws in place, even in Germany, especially in Germany. We kind of have a bad history with that. And yeah, so it basically states what the government can do and what they can't, and there are two approaches there. If the government is taking something away from you, they actually have to go through all those balances. Like, if the government says, yeah, you know what, we need $1,000 from everybody, let's pass a law that does that. They can't do that. They would have to ask the highest court here, and I'm not sure how to translate it best, the Verfassungsgericht, which is the Constitution Court, which decides whether or not something is actually okay with the Constitution, and if it's basically legal in the face of the Constitution. So there's not too much to say about that. And if it's not, then it is, well, not. So if it's not fine in terms of the Constitution, then it has to, you have to change it. You have to not do this particular thing. And the thing here is, if something is deemed illegal, like let's say you made a lot of money with loot boxes, and now the government says, yeah, you know about those loot boxes, it's not legal anymore. We looked into it and it seems fishy to us, we don't want to do that anymore. Alright, let's go with the worst case, say worst case for the publishers, and loot boxes get banned. They say, okay, this is gambling, it must not be in your game, period. Then of course you would say, yeah, but what about the money they've already made? And that's another of those checks and balances. You can't retroactively take something. Unless, of course, it was a blatant crime. You can't retroactively say, yeah, you know what, that's illegal, we get all that money back. So, basically, there would be kind of a cut-off date, as far as I understand this. So there would be a cut-off date at which you would say, okay, from here on out, it's illegal, and I don't know, you have to pay taxes on that, and it has to be, like, specially treated, I don't know. And after that, of course, yeah, it's illegal, you can't make money off of that. But yeah, that money would be safe, and the fun thing is, my professor actually said that if you actually spent that money already, or money you should not have received, then you kind of have, I think you put it, a protectable or an interest in that legal situation that's worthy of protection. It was a very, very unpleasant term even in German. And basically, if you've already spent that, you do have a reasonable interest and an understandable interest in the legal situation being as it was when you spent the money. Because of course you could not. Okay, let's go with the example from earlier again. Let's say the government looks at the tax reports and says, okay, you know what, we have a lot of money left over. Let's give everybody €1,000. In that case, they would not have to ask the court, because if they want to give out stuff, that's perfectly fine. They can do that whenever they want. There is no court in place for when you want to give stuff as a government. As soon as you take stuff away, you actually have to get it approved by the court and by several other places. And or was I right now? Right, and if they say no, it's not possible. So back to our example. So let's say the government says, yeah, everybody can have 1,000 euros now, flat out. You just have it. So they do that, and then now they look at the numbers again and notice, okay, well, turns out that wasn't a good idea. We are broke now. We need that money back. Oh, that was close. Everybody has to pay 1,000 euros again. Or you have to pay those back. Now, if you still have them on your bank account, you can say, yeah, the government can say, yeah, okay, no harm done, really. You had it, you haven't used it. It's kind of your problem. And they actually would have, or they could argue that since you haven't used it yet, you don't have as much of a protectable interest in keeping the situation as it was. I mean, it still sucks for you that you lose that money again, but they would have a bit more of an easier time to get it back from you. Whereas if you've spent it already, they couldn't do anything about it. It was basically spent already. And the kind of dodgy bit about this is I have absolutely no doubt that companies who are already proficient at making profits disappear in terms of taxes will find a way to state, yeah, okay, you know what, we've already spent that money, so you won't get anything back from us. Sucks to be you, government. And yeah, that's that's what I think they're kind of banking on. That this may actually get declared gambling, and that they just have to get in as much money as possible, or get out as much money as possible before it actually gets declared to be gambling, and before it gets regulated. And I'm a bit worried about that. Although I also believe that the more blatant they do it right now, the more all-in they go right now. Oh, don't kill the druid. Don't kill the druid. Please don't kill my druid. Thank you. So the more they go all-in now, the harder they drive those loot boxes, the more they exploit it. And the more predatory it gets, the sooner the authorities will have to intervene. The sooner it will have to be looked into, because it just can't be overlooked anymore. And that's, I would say that's the kind of short-sighted approach many companies have. They just want the money now, and damn the consequences. And that's actually a modus operandi that is, in my opinion, bound to backfire. You can't just damn the consequences and push them off to later or to future generations or whatnot. You just can't. You can, but you really shouldn't. Because as I said, it may very well explode in your face. Also, Elvish Outriders. We have a level 3 unit now. Trainers from corridors of the Elven Kingdoms. Okay. So, I think we'll leave this unit. Actually, we'll not leave this unit. We can move quite far. Great. I would like to get Elithiel to level 3 at least. Preferably sooner rather than later. Put a captain there. I can get Sion over there. Which I will do now. kind of hoping we'd get one of those roses there. So now we actually have leadership bonus. But alas, it shall not be. No wingers left. Good. That was risky because we are now technically in range of their leader, who did not seem like he wants to go and have a go at us. That's level 2. If we just fight like that, we can go in against the actual leader and should not have too much trouble with that. That was a very, very good outcome. And that was kind of me risking something. I'm really bummed that this is not a special place. I mean, we can actually defend here very well. Also, right, Galimir has a ambush now. And that's something I actually liked about the Edge of the Throne campaign. It felt more like those units were actually old. I mean, Delphador was a level 4 mage by the time you... or even level 5. I think it was level 4 and he could go up to level 5. But yeah, he was pretty high level already. Which would make sense considering he was bloody old and he was a mage, so he had ages of time to study. Galimir, on the other hand, started at level 1, which does not make sense considering he was also supposedly already like 1,000 years old and practicing the art of war for those 1,000 years. Let's blink. There you are. We can probably leave you there. I would prefer you to go here actually. It's more healing. You can go there. Okay, another hero, or another leader to fight. Should not be... Oh wow, he has a crossbow with 3 attacks. Crossbows usually get 1 or 2 attacks in this game, although I believe the Orcish crossbows might be a bit quicker. I'm not too sure though. I don't feel like checking actually, so it won't happen. But I'm glad I did check it, because otherwise we might have been in trouble. What are you? Orc Basher, nothing too worrying. Let's do that. Let's just get ready and then place our units already. But not attack in this round. We still have plenty of time, we still have 15 turns, and there may be another faction left. Let's actually check that. Oh, there will be trolls. Haha. Why? Also, could you try to bribe the orcs as well? Funnily enough, I think we might actually make those 100 gold back when we get the... when we finish the scenario early. If we finish it early. But I believe we have a good chance at that. Do I want to take that? I'll take it with this unit. Okay, 45. No, that's more than 45, so we could very well die here, which is something I'm not too keen on, so we'll have to do this. Right, there we go. We now have an Elvish Marshal, which is pretty great. Marshals are very powerful units. And I could have moved Sion in here first and benefited from all the leadership. But of course I didn't. Of course I didn't. And why? Because I forgot it. I simply forgot it, okay? You may or may not judge me for that. I already forgot it, so it won't change anything. Yeah, it would have been nice to have, like, maybe 1 free unit from here. Again, like Rose or something. I mean, it would be a perfect place for one of those to appear. Okay, now for the fun bit of wailing on the enemy and hoping you actually get a kill. Let's wait with that one. All of those are very, very dangerous. Thing is, if he gets 3 hits in now, and we... Oh, that was lucky. 30 gold! Whoa, so rich. The thing is, if he got like 3, or even just 2 attacks in, and then attacked us back in his turn, he might actually have easily wiped out most of our leaders. Yeah, that wasn't too smart. Also still bleeding money, so let's take over more villages. Calamir, what is that thing on the tower in the mist? It's very ugly, but maybe it's friendly. Nay, Highness, it's not. That is a troll. That's a troll. It doesn't look much like the drawings in the Hall of Records. There are many different kinds of trolls, and they are notoriously difficult to kill. They're extremely strong and mountains are their native environment. We will not be able to outrun them. Show them no mercy, for they shall show none to us. Okay, is that a troll warrior? Okay, that's fine. Actually not. Troll warriors level 3. Immensely difficult unit to kill. Although we do have plenty of ranged units, so it should be a bit easier. Trolls are a bit of a mixed bag in my opinion. You can have a ton of luck with them and basically just get them to kill everything, and like if they get enough misses in, or the enemy misses enough attacks, a troll can hold a position immensely well, because he just regenerates 8 health every turn, and he hits really hard. And those are 2 aspects that certainly help with holding down a place. Okay, will we actually finish that? Oh wow, he has a lot of recruiting space. Take that. It's kind of nice that we don't have to wait for the... We don't have any fog of war, which is not something I disabled this time. This map just doesn't have it. And I am happy about it, because having to find your path in a difficult environment for your campaign faction, while also not knowing where the hell things are, well, going, and where the hell forward is, and you know, like, okay, we have to go south-ish. Okay, there's not much left. There's not much except south here, but it's still quite a long path. So long-winded. Okay, he also gets... I mean, I'm more concerned with those, because those guys are... If they hit their sling attack, that's a really solid chunk of your health just being gone. In an instant, it's gone. I kind of don't want to end on a cliffhanger, so I actually want to finish the scenario. I should Probably send some guys over there as well. Beyond this. Gotta go this way. I know I've completely ignored that keep there, but there was not too much we could do about it. Also, I'm not sure if these guys will ever reach the fray, because right now they're not on the path, so it's kind of slow. Interesting to see that they were apparently afraid of using their range attack. I don't want to move my druid in there. And I say druid even though it's not technically a druid anymore. Right there. If you have really good range units like we have right now, trolls are a lot less creepy because they generally don't have range attacks, except the rock throwers, which have an immensely strong range attack. And they're also rarely ever armored, so you really don't have to do with the defense. They just have a huge health pool and they regenerate, so yep, they are dangerous units, but we actually have the right tools to deal with them, although of course elves are kind of brittle, so or kind of fragile. The marshal? Yes. We might have to get Sion out of there. Okay, you. Try to plan, you go there. You have to get in there. Can we afford to get not to expose our druid for a turn? I'm not too sure. I think we'll have to. Yeah, we'll have to. That. I'm much more willing to use the movement of Blink because he can move so freaking far. Also, we can only approach this from those 3 tiles, of which those 2 should be completely inaccessible, so I'm not sure how to best defeat that troll warrior. I suppose we should try to bait him out there, actually. I will probably do with this Outrider next turn. We should get him out if we move someone here. Preferably someone who can most likely tank it. Or who is at least expendable. I'm sorry to say it like that, but we need somebody expendable. I'm not happy with this constellation over here. There's too many trolls for us. On the right side, this guy's getting a crap load of experience. Come on. Do the healing. Okay, great. Now let me get at them. That was atrocious. Okay, let's get Sion there. So we get attack bonuses. 2 hits are all we need. We only get one. But if we survive the next fight, unless it's against this one, against the troll cub, I think was the word, we should actually have this guy upgraded. Let's put the outrider over there. I really believe we have to get this guy surrounded in order to actually out-damage his healing. Damn it! This troll did not hit anything with his ranged attack in it all the time. Had he missed that one time, we would have been so much better off. Okay, that was good. I'm afraid we have to do this. I had to make a decision here. I could have tried to kill this, but I'm not sure if we could actually have moved the archer across that the hexagon there. I also did not get the enemy out, which is a shame. So we may, even though Gallimatola is not to, we may end up trying to outrun the troll. 16. Yeah, we can do that. I'll actually lock the troll in with Blink. And maybe one more unit. Then we'll see how that turns out. It may get us killed. It may very well get us killed. But it might also turn out to be not half bad. Generation. Don't risk your healers. We only have this one unit left. Luckily, it is reasonably safe now. Arcane Sword Bastard. That was only to make sure we get enough attacks in to kill it. It's actually faster. Okay, he does not seem to attack us, which is great. It means we can farm him for experience there. I'm not bothering with the Elven Marshal there because that was level 3 unit as well, so there is no difference in experience levels, which means we will not get any additional damage in. Okay, this is going reasonably well. Probably want to hurry up with Sion, though. He has to move it. There. There. Just want to soften them up a bit. We probably need a lot more softening for those units, but oh well, nothing I can do about it now. I just hope we'll make it in time. make it an... Oh, it will... I hope this will count. There. Okay, we've got another 30 gold, and sadly the level is not over yet. I believe in some cases it really just ends when you get all the enemies down because you have no opposition left. And again, in that case, it's usually also stated that you need to defend, or that one of the possible win options is to defeat all the enemy leaders. Let's just move. Do I have to get to the keep? We have to get to the keep. Damn it. Okay, we seem to be just able to do it. Come on. Okay, there we go. That was the last second. Also just in time for the stream, so we'll probably wrap it up after this next intro sequence. That was arduous. Yes, I'm exhausted. Blink agrees. The path of stars is never an easy journey, even under the best of circumstances. Still, we are through now and may take some rest. Rest, yes. However, we seem to have another problem. It appears we are at a dead end. Oh great, Galumir, I thought you'd done this before. The Legend of Galumir. And I'm not even going to pronounce that. It has so many stars. It's amazing. It is truly beautiful, Galumir. Yes, this is one of the most beautiful places in our world. Although we seem to be at an impasse. When last I was here, the path of stars continued on to the Vale of the Sky. Queen Xerxes said that the goblins were moving south to join the Dark Prince. There must be a way around if they... Sion, quiet! What? Why? What do you hear, Lindra? Quiet, all of you! I hear too. Listen. Ugh. Oh boy. Well, 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 what are we here? Trespassers! Ulfric, look, there he is! Could it be? Elves? Dwarves? At last, a civilized race. Elves or nay, they still be trespassing our land. Civil, is it? We'll see how civil you thinks we are if the king gets through with here. Now come along, peaceful like. Sion. We go with them. I do not think we have much choice. Smart lad. Now get moving and no tricks. I've always been wondering, how old can dwarves actually get? I think it's one of the things that in most games is not specified. I think they're essentially immortal if they don't get eaten by dragons. My lord, we found trespassers. More goblins, is it? Well, you know what to do with them. Into the pit. Hey, goblins, my lord. They be elves. Elves? Well, bless my beard. No one has seen an elf since the time of your grandson, my lord. That was a dwarf. Split your skull as soon as I look at you. Oh, aye, sir. That he would. And never would I buy the trespassers. No, no, he would nay. Still, I suppose I should. we should give him a chance to explain themselves. They are nay goblins after all. Are you sure you wouldn't rather we just toss him into the pit, my lord? Yes, yes, quite sure. Maybe just one of them? To show the others we mean business? Who is King Ulfric? You or I? A question has been asked in Skyrim as well. Oh, you are, sire. You are, to be sure. But it never hurts to ask. Enough. Let us hear what they have to say. Ahem. Greetings, soon-to-be-dead trespassers. Aye, lord, you tell him. Don't egg him on. Toss him. Over side with him. Civilized Galamir. More or less. I am Thrangle, son of Thrangen, dread sovereign of which is where you are now, standing, in case you was wondering. Somebody get him some vowels. Now who are ye, and what are you doing trespassing on the land? Explain yourselves and be quick about it. I have a dealings with dwarves. Let me speak to him. Be my guest. Greetings, Thrangle, son of Thrangen. My companions and I have come from Amaranthine, the homeland of... I knows what Amaranthine is, elf. You do? Of course I do. My grandfather, Thrange the Great, told me all about it when I was a wee lad. Did you say you are the grandson of Thrange the Great, my lord? Be it daft, laddie. He was me grandsire, sure enough. Great o' heart, he used to say. If not so great of stature. Yes, exactly. How did you know that? Who are you? I am called Galamir, my lord, and I fought alongside your grandfather in the wars against the Sorcerer King, Baal Argan, although then he was Prince Thrange. Galamir? Galamir? Sure not the Galamir, the hero of Faranil. Once I was called that. Now I am Galamir of Amaranthine. By rock and stone, me grandad told such tales of those wars. No greater warrior in all the land is there than Galamir of Faranil, he'd say. I knew your grandfather well, my lord. He was a great warrior himself. Many a foe fell before his hammer. Aye, that he was. That he was. And I suppose your being here then was something to do with the drakes me lads saw not long ago, and that shiny stone they was carrying. You've seen the drakes? How long ago? And who be ye, missy, to be interrupting the king? My lord, may I introduce you to her Royal Highness, Lithiel Daystar. Daystar, seriously? Princess of Amaranthine, and heiress to the Temple of the Stone. Princess, is it? An elven prince and a living legend wash upon me doorstep looking for the drakes at the same time when the dark creatures are all a-going south to join this upstart. Ashrel. You know of Ashrel, my lord? Of course I knows about him. Goblins and lag have moved south in hordes to join his army, and I'd wager that pretty shiny the drakes was carrying was none other than the Amaranthine stone itself. Now don't be acting all surprised like. As I said, me granddad told me all the old tales. And that'll also explain why days is growing shorter while the nights is unseasonably long. It is true, King Thrangle. The drakes attacked Amaranthine and took the stone. We have to get it back. Oh, this is bad. This is very, very bad. My lord, if we do not return the stone to Amaranthine, the consequences will be disastrous. Will you not aid us? Aid ya? Aid ya? Nay, lady. I've nae mind to go to war. I've got me and mine to look after, you understand. Still, I will nae stand in your way either. King Thrangle, if the drakes have given this stone to the Dark Prince, enough! I have made me decision. But come, princess, there's nothing more we can do here. That's the right of it, sure enough. Now come along, I'll see us out. Well, we get shown the way by the king. Extend the bridge. Seems a bit short. My father, Threngen the Wise, built this pit to protect our people, and in 300 years it has never been breached. It is very impressive, my lord. Oh, aye, that is. My father was an impressive dwarf. The world of our age is not the world he left, he understands. The fell creatures of the world have increased, while the noble races have declined, and we dwarves among them. Beyond this point lies the Vale of the Sky. Oops. We have fought goblins before. And orcs. Have you now, lassie? Well, you've not fought the likes of these. There's an ordinary goblins out there. Those are blood goblins, they are. More than I've ever seen. With more coming each day. I reckon you've not seen their like before. So let me tell you this. Those goblins out there aren't working for the trolls that be with them, like normal goblins. Nay, them trolls are working for the blood goblins. Even the orcs are scared of them, and there's a whole army of them betwixt yourselves and the pass. What'll take yous on carrot and car. Now, I'm not expecting us to turn back. Though I wish I would, but at least I've been warned. King Thrangle, we thank you. Extend the bridge. Farewell, elves, and good luck to ye. Farewell, my lord. So I think we're getting closer. We are on our own now. As we have ever been. Come on, Blink, it's time. Okay. Oh, so now we get this. Oh, okay, that was kind of cool. Gets you onto the exit. Bonus defend if you have leaders. Okay, so that's just is that a blood goblin? Yes. Oh wow, those are a lot better than regular goblins. Oh boy. Yeah, we're in for a fun time here. Also, wow, it's a Warg Rider, and he has a range attack. That's a shame. It used to be like the go-to way to deal with those wolves. So just range them to death, except the plunderers, which you would also feasibly want to melee. Anyway, we did make some progress. We got into pretty much 1.5 scenario, and we started a new one. So I think that's a good time to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this. I know we had a short time of two concurrent visitors, although I still think it counts my own viewing of the test stream as well. So yeah, next time we'll start off here, after the place that has never been pronounced by a human tongue, I suppose. And yeah, so next Saturday at 11 PM as usual, I will be streaming. I will also probably go with another live stream on Monday, because I will have handed my thesis in on Monday, and I have a plan for that. So yeah, it's gonna be fun, hopefully. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.